Hello and welcome to another how-to video. My name is Ditech, C2 at DVS, and today I'm going to give you a sneak peek into a brand new product release that Hikvision have made, the AX Pro. You've probably heard a lot about it, there's a lot of noise out there, and today we're going to give you a brief overview. For those that don't know, the AX Pro is Hikvision's introduction into the wireless intruder alarm system. There's a selection of devices available, mainly PIRs, also a dual tech and a curtain PIR. So we have 3 detectors currently. So a wireless PIR detector, a curtain PIR detector, and a dual technology detector. We have the wireless magnet detector and also the slimline wireless magnet detector. We have the portable emergency pendant alarm, wireless internal sounder, wireless PIR camera, which is my favourite, the AX Pro alarm panel itself, the external sounder, and that's in red or blue, and then the wireless keypad. There's also the wireless key fob. So in the panel box, you get the wireless, a key fob. So you get 3 of these key fobs that can be used on the panel. We also do the wireless key fob that goes on a key ring, wireless pendant. I can wear that around my neck. And you can set this up through the app for different functions. So you can set it up for 1 push, dual push, if to stop accidental alarms. But this can be used as a panic alarm to raise alarm. So if you're an elderly, you have some elderly living in the house, or you want to put this in an elderly person's house, or somebody who's vulnerable or maybe disabled, this can really help them because this will raise an alarm and allow you to action it. Just to add, this system is grade 2 compliant, so they have got the grade 2 compliance for all of this. It's only it's only wireless. There's no wired options and there's no LCD keypad. So currently, most of the setup is all done through the app itself. So when you're the installer, you do that through the app, through the keypad. So backlit keypad, so battery powered backlit keypad, and it's got some fault indicators set and set, and it's got the pin code on there that you can use. So wireless keypad. We've got the detector, slimline magnet detector. So then that's on your front door, so you can see that'll be your entry exit normally, or patio doors, fire exits, rear doors, whatever. The set unset fob, so you can see there. You put this on your keyring, you've got arm, disarm, and 2 function buttons. So you can actually address these 2 function buttons for certain functions within the app. You can set that in the app, and there's lots of different functions that can be assigned. You can also do things like press that button, and that button will do a different function. So it's a multifunctional key fob. It's really nice. I say we've got the hardwired fob that works on the panel itself. You've got the PIR camera. So PIR plus built-in camera. The battery life is 3 years. Some of the products will last up to 5 years depending on its use. So 3 to 5 years. This is generally going to be 2 to 3, I'd say. Depends on the usage. But the idea of this, when your alarm panel's set, this will send 1 to 10 photos to the app. So you can have like a 10-second video effectively, which I'll show you. And you can adjust the resolution from like SIF up to VGA resolution. So it's a really, really powerful device. Video verification, really. But again, if somebody does enter the premises, you've got some video footage of them or some stills of them certainly coming into your building. So really, really powerful. So PIR plus camera. We've also got the standard PIR, really nice and small, and there's a dual tech also. Again, screw on the bottom, take the lid off, the battery's already fitted, and it's a very simple way of learning these onto the system. You can take the lid off, take the battery in and out, and it'll add it to the app. You go into enrollment mode, which I'll show you, and you just go in and out of that. Really simple. There's also 2 different wall brackets for these PIRs. So if you've got a situation where you can't mount that flat on the wall, we do 2 different wall brackets, which allow you to fit that to the wall bracket. External sounder. So again, they don't do a screen printing option currently. I think it is being looked at, but you'd have to put a label on there, like your own sort of label on there, a sticky label on there yourself. And these come in red or blue, and it's a tamper on the front and back. It's a simple thing. Take the screw out and the bottom, make sure the battery's located, learn it onto the system, and then fit it to the wall. So really pretty straightforward. And then that's a strobe plus sounder. So that's your external sounder. And then this is the panel. So I've left it plugged in. So it's got a built-in reader, put it that way up, built-in reader. So you can set, unset, silence the alarms through that. It's got some indicators along the top. So the cloud indicator tells me that I'm connected to the HiConnect Pro system, because I added this yesterday. Fault, there's a fault on the system because I moved it from downstairs to upstairs. So yeah, and then it'll tell you certain other things, arm, disarm, etc. So built-in reader. This panel comes in two variations actually. There's a 64 zone and a 96 zone. So we're bringing in kit formats for these, plus some singles. So the idea being is you can have a 64 channel alarm panel or a 96 channel. The 64 channel is LAN or wireless Wi-Fi. The 96 channel is LAN, wireless plus SIM card. So you can choose your communication path. It's very simple. In the box, you get the panel plus this kettle lead. So you can either plug it into a socket, but then I wouldn't do that for grade 2. You'd want to hardwire that into a spur. So cut the plug off and hardwire it in. Simple mounting plate on the back. And it's 2 screws that are located in. So there's 2 screws on there which hold this black panel in. So you screw that so you can't remove it. Actually, you remove the back panel. It is tampered, as you can see. You can see the keypad's gone crazy. Mount that to the wall. You can see there, LAN, Wi-Fi, plug, and then you've got your on-off switch there. Let me just silence this. So basically, what you'll see with this is, I've turned it off now to stop that buzz in a minute, but what you'll notice with this is LAN, mains, built-in Wi-Fi. If it was the 96 channel, you've got 2 SIM card slots there, on-off switch. If you undo these 4 screws and take this back plane off, all of the hardware is underneath there, and you'll see the integrated battery pack in there, which can be disconnected and removed and replaced if necessary. The battery pack is designed to last around 12 hours of backup for this panel, for the grade 2 compliance. That's about it really. It's a self-contained unit. You just screw the backplate to the wall, turn it on, plug in your LAN, or if you're going to use Wi-Fi, power it up, connect this back panel back on, and then screw the screws on the bottom, and then that is fitted to the wall. So it's nice and small, same size as the external sounder really, it's about the same size. That's pretty much it for the range. What I want to really go through next is the setup through the app, because adding it to the app is really quite straightforward, and all of the setup is done through the app. So it's not like some of the other alarm systems out there where you need software or an LCD keypad and special skills. The app is very self-explanatory. So if you know Intruder alarm systems, you should be able to get through this. And with my guidance I'm going to show you now, it will give you sort of a brief overview of how this works. It also does auto update. Really good thing with this, once you've added it to the Hikconnect app, it will tell you that there's a firmware update for it, and you can just simply download it from the app. You don't have to go to site, you can do it all from there. And again, if you use Hike Pro Connect, there's a host of functions like sharing it with other people. You've got the all the reporting, the events. You can do all the ask privilege access, so that you can hand it over to the customer, and then if you need to do a service or need to work on it, you can request permission and they can grant it. You do it and then give it back, or you can just simply add it to the Hike Pro Connect app, Hikconnect app for the customer, and do it that way. Okay, so welcome back. So the first thing we're going to do is add this device to the Hikconnect. So this is the Hikconnect account of mine, which I've got some devices added to, but it is linked to the Hike Pro Connect. That's just how I'm going to do it. But again, you can use the Hikconnect. A really handy tip for you on this: under the actual alarm panel itself, you'll see there's a QR code there. Use your phone and a QR code, so the serial number is under there. Really handy tip: use a QR code reader app. So download a free QR code reader app and scan that, and what it'll do is give you the verification code. So, and moving forward, we hope to get that on the box and the material, but for now, not quite. So I'm just going to wait for that to power up quickly. I'll add the panel first, and then I'm going to add or enroll some of these devices. The good thing with using like Hike Pro Connect is that you can actually do cross device linkages. You can do you can add up to 4 IP cameras. So in the app, it allows you to add up to 4 Hikvision IP cameras to the app, so you can do the linkage action that way. So if you use the app with the thing, it's going to be really helpful. Okay, so add device. So simply top right hand corner, add, and then we're going to do we'll do scan QR code or manual add-in, doesn't really matter, but we'll do a scan QR code. There we are. Click add. Adding completed. Next, I can give it a name, so AX Pro, whatever. And put this lid back on a sec to stop the alarm. Yep, and then basically you go give it a name, click save. and I've added it. What you'll realize is the first time you do this, I'm not going to default this panel. The first time you do that step, it'll ask you to connect to the Wi-Fi if that's what you're doing. So it'll ask you, do you want to do a wireless connection or a wired connection? If you're doing wireless, you choose wireless, click next, and then it'll ask you to connect it to the Wi-Fi through your phone. So your phone and this device need to be in the same Wi-Fi network for it to force the network from the phone to the device. If you're using a wired connection, simply select wired connection and then click next and go through the process. So really straightforward. You'll see in the app now, if I open it up, sorry, go there. You've got straight from the app there on the icons, you've got away and home, so you can actually arm it directly from the app. You can click the share icon, so this share icon here, and you can share it with people, or you can click the settings, this little cog thing, click on that, and then it'll actually go into the device setup or the setup of the system. So really straightforward. This up here, so it's telling me this is the 96 zone panel. That's the serial number and that's the device firmware. So this one has got the 2 SIM card slots if I wanted to use that. Click on user management, and then you've got user, card and tag. So click on user, and I've got the one user that we've added via the Hike Pro Connect system. And if I click on the down arrow, it tells you the privilege I've got, but I've got no keypad or no card assigned. So if I click on myself, then I can change keypad password. So here, keypad password, click on that, and I can enter a new password, say 12345, and click on OK. I can change my duress code for my user, change that and go 54321, OK. No wireless fob or card added yet, so simple, go back, and then I can select card or tag. So easy, just press the arrow up in the top right hand corner, add card or tag.
Press and tag.
Get this little white fob, like I said earlier, present it.
Tag.
Tag is added.
Enrolled.
So that's enrolled now, and I've enabled it, so I can give it a name and say Dave Tag. Okay. So now I've got a reference, so in the system, in the log, it'll tell me who's used this tag, along with the serial number, so it's really traceable. The linked user is there. If there's more users within the Hike Pro Connect system, you can start linking them. And then tag type is operation tag or patrol tag. Now we're going to use it as an operational tag, which allows me to arm and disarm. A patrol tag will allow you to tag a reader, so we do wireless reader only. It'll allow you to arm, disarm through the reader or do a patrol through the tag. And then simply if I lose this tag through the app, I can click delete and it removes this tag and it's no longer operational within the system. So far, very straightforward. So go back and we're back. Go on the user and you can see there that we've got a tag added. So no fob added. So next thing, under system, you've got configuration. So you've got your device language and you can change that. I can only speak English, time zone, and then DST. System options. So these are the options within the system that allow you to, how you can configure the system to work. So you've got forced auto arm, system fault report, so that will report to the app, to the ARC, etc. So you can turn that on. Do you want it to fault report, yes or no? Probably I'd say yes. Voice prompt. Now the voice prompt is this panel here. Do you want this panel to speak to you, yes or no? I'm going to leave that as a yes because it's really handy for feedback. And then of course the system volume, how loud that speaker is, you can turn it up or down. Audible tamper alarm, so you can turn that off or on. The default is on, so if the device is tampered, this will be audible, and it will also tell you in the app on here and on this that a device has been tampered, but you can turn that off if you choose. The alarm duration is 1 minute 30 seconds, but you can turn that off. Polling lost time, so the polling lost time is default 4, but how many times before it goes into poll failure does it create the system alarm or the alert? And then bypass on rearm, so the bypass zone will back to arm if fault restored. So basically bypass on rearm, if it's rearmed and the detector is in fault, it will isolate it, but then if it's clear, it will add it back in effectively. It's like, simple alarm terminology. Moving through, panel fault check, so you've got detect network camera disconnection, so we don't have any cameras connected to the system currently, so we're going to select off. Battery fault check, yes. LAN fault check, now there's no LAN connected to this, so I'm going to leave that off. Wi-Fi fault check, yes, I want to know if there's a fault with the Wi-Fi. And cellular fault check, I don't have any cellular connected to it. So again, leave it off. AC power delay. Now again, if you've got bad mains, you might want to put that up to say 30 seconds and click OK, because then it'll give you, if you have like power fluctuations or power issues on the site, then it won't keep going into AC power loss on ARM. ARM options. So arm with faults, you can arm with faults, yes or no, so enable or disable that. And then you can manually stop arming if fault occurs, and then below with the checklist. So device lid open, zone peripherals pole failure. So you can scroll through there and you can actually tick or untick these as necessary. So with these ticked, you can manually stop arming if the fault occurs, and the tick ones are the ones that will stop it from arming. And you can turn these on and off as required. So again, more specific for the site or for you. Some of these will be for grade 2 as well. So just make sure if you are doing a grade 2 system that you make sure you comply in by the device parameters. ARM LED stays on, yes or off. Fault prompts on arming, yes. Fault prompts on disarming, yes. Early alarm and early time alarm. So we'll click save on that. Now, enrollment mode, this is where you enroll all of your devices. So you click on enrollment mode, and then you can click on enter enrollment mode. So this will effectively now allow me to add my devices. What I am going to do quickly is go back a step, and I'm going to show you where the devices are, because I've already added some devices, but I'm going to delete one to re-add it to show you how quick and easy this is. So under network camera channel, so you can click on that and then add the 4 IP channels as required, but we don't have any here. Event video settings, that's where you do your video linkages for any of your cameras that you've added in. Areas, so we've got up to 32 areas, and Dave House is one enabled, so areas like upstairs, downstairs, like, you know, set, part set, etc. It could be a garage, so I could do area 2, enable that, give it a name, call it shed. Okay, and then you've got enabled it, auto arm, auto disarm, so you can click auto arm and then what time that arms, auto disarm and what time it auto disarms, late to disarm, time, weekend exceptions, and then accept holiday. So it's quite powerful. The auto arm and disarm is really good, especially if it's like an outbuilding or an area where you don't need to be in so often. You can follow the arm disarm. So I've got 2 areas there. Communication parameters, cellular network, so I can enable this, and then you can enable the parameters in there. So you just put the SIM card in, put the parameters in, save that, and it's done. And then the parameters, I just did that, sorry. And then data usage limit, you can actually limit the data usage if you don't want to go over, say it's like a prepaid contract or something. You've got push notifications. So again, push notifications, that's to the app and to the ARC. So you can see ARC 1, ARC 2. So they're all of the stuff that will go through to ARC 1, and then ARC 2 if you're using 2 ARC receivers. You've got your app, so they're all the stuff that goes through to the app, and then phone call and SMS. So I've added my phone number, so I can add a number, and you get a phone call and SMS once you've got the SIM card actually in there, but we're not using a SIM card. Alarm receiving center, ARC. So this is the bit that, so you've got 2 options here, ARC 1 and ARC 2. So if you're using like primary and secondary pass, or 2 different ARCs for some reason, so simply enable it. And then you've got protocol type. You can select the protocol type from here. So ADM-CID, ISUP, which is like the Hikvision's one for our software. SIA DCS, ADM-CDI. So basically, SIA, for instance, select it. IP address or domain name. Type it in, port number, account code, transmission mode, retry timeout, attempts, polling option, period test. So it's pretty straightforward, and you can do that for 2 ARCs. So again, I'm in the process of trying to get this set up to a couple of ARCs to see which ones can easily receive this, so we can really help you moving forward as to some choices, but it should be straightforward. Hikvision have done some testing, I believe, with different ARCs, and again, you know, it's pretty straightforward. Most people will receive SIA, so it shouldn't be a problem. Maintenance, reboot device, I'm not going to do that, or device version, so there's no versions available. Configure network, again, I can reconfigure the network. So if somebody changes the router or you want to put it onto a different network, you can follow this step and it will change the actual Wi-Fi that it's connected to the new one that you want it to. And then you can click on authorize, and that'll give you, especially with a Hike Pro Connect, it'll authorize other people through the chain, and you can add it to a site, etc. But we're not going to do that right now because I've already added it. So that's really pretty straightforward so far. Go back a step, click on the actual alarm icon itself, or the alarm panel here. Now, this is where you've got your 2 areas. So from here, you've got along the bottom, you've got quick key, so leaving the house, entering the house, disarm, and alarm fault clear. So click on that.
Alarm silence.
And I've silenced the alarm. Again, don't forget I've turned the audible on this, but you can turn that off if you don't want it. The customer doesn't require the speaker. I can quickly arm and disarm areas from the app, and I can actually go into add area straight from the app there, so pretty straightforward. So from the app, arm disarming from the front end, really simple. So you can use the app, you can use the keypad, you can use the key fob, and you can use the wireless fob there. So really lots of different options to arm and disarm. The devices added are all these devices here. So I'm going to remove one of the devices and then we'll re-add it. So let's actually click on this one, device, click on this one here, click edit, and we'll delete this one. This is the PIR camera.
PIR camera detector. 1. Deleted.
There we go. And it's telling me that I've deleted it. So again, you get all of the information from the app. So again, all my devices I've added so far. So these are the pendants, keypad, the front door, etc. So again, simply select the device. It'll tell you the temperature, battery status, signal strength, connection status, lid status. So all of the information you need as a snapshot is there. So really simple. Now to alter any of the settings on the device, click on the top right hand corner, little settings icon. You can rename it. So click on this here, and then you can rename it. I've already done that. Zone number, they get added. The zone number will get added as the device gets added to the system. That zone number is added, so it's really straightforward. Now linked area, click on that, and you can select all or shed. So if you want it to reside in all areas, you can, or you can select an area. We'll add the PIR camera, and we'll just add that directly to the shed, for instance, which is a good place to put a PIR camera, I guess. So zone type, click on that, and you've got instant zone, delay zone, 24-hour zone, panic zone, key zone disabled. So you can see there, click on the little hash, question mark, and it'll tell you each zone. So instant zone is all the time, delay zone is entry exit, it's on the entry exit route, 24-hour zone, panic zone. So it's very much straightforward. On disabled, if it's problematic and it's going up all the time and you want to disable it for now, you can click on disabled. You've got your entry time and delay time. So you set the entry time for the zone. So again, really straightforward. Entry time, entry delay and exit delay. Stay arm delay, stay arm bypass, chime. So again, if you want it on chime, there is a manual that tells you all of the functions. I'm just sort of briefly skipping through this, I know, but the chime functions, if you turn that on and the door is opened or someone walks in front of a PIR, again, panel makes a noise, keypad, so you can be alerted. Silent alarm, so it could be that you want the alarm to go off, but you don't want the panel to trigger for some reason. Sounded delays, you can put sounded delays on. Cross zones, so again, you can put cross zones on there. Link camera, so again, you can link a camera, but I haven't added any cameras, but it allows you to link a camera. Primary contact, external contact 1, external contact 2, LED, polling rate, signal strength, find me, bypass. So there's lots of functions in here. The manual does tell you exactly what each function does without me going into it. We'll be here forever if I go into every function. The LED, if you want to save a bit of battery life and you don't want the LED to work, maybe you don't want people seeing the detection area, you can turn the LED off. A really good function is, if you don't know where, so signal strength, click on that, click go, some little handy test tools. Click stop. So you can do signal strength. I'm not going to let it go for the full 3 minutes. Detection zone test, click on that and you can actually start opening and closing the door. Click go. So again, you can do that. Find me, this is a good one. Click on find me for the contact. You can see here, click on go and it'll start flashing. So you know that's the exact zone. You can see that blue LED flashing there. So you know it's the exact zone that we're looking for, and then stop it, and the LED stops. And then bypass, you can click on bypass.
Zone 2, bypass activated.
Bypass is activated. Let's turn that back off again.
Zone 2, bypass cancelled.
Very straightforward, and you can see each detector has its own setup on there. What I will do now is add a device. So I'm going to add this PIR camera. So click on add device. I can scan QR code. or I can just trigger it. Sorry, I need to go into enrollment mode, my bad. So go into enrollment mode, setting, system options, go to the back here, enrollment mode, enter enrollment
Power
mode.
the device on and bring it close to the hub.
So now I'm going to do this. So quickly, best way to do this is undo the screw, turn it on and off. There's a switch, batteries in the back there. You can see batteries in the back. There's an on-off switch. Each device has batteries in it with the on-off switch. Turn it back on.
PIR camera detector. 1. Enrolled.
So what I would do, or this is a handy tip I've learned, once it's enrolled, always close the detector up or go and install it. Because if you exit enrollment mode and it's in tamper, the siren and that will go and the app will go. So make sure once you've enrolled them, go and fit them and then exit the enrollment mode before you do it. So we're enrolled now.
Exit enrolling mode.
That's another.
Alarm.
Seen as alarm anyway.
Alarm. Alarm.
Yeah, I know there's an alarm.
Alarm. Alarm. Alarm.
Silence on a minute.
System already disarmed.
There we go.
PIR camera detector. 1.
Okay.
Lid opened.
So it was telling me the lid was open, so there we go. Okay, so pretty straightforward. So we got that enrolled. Now go again, clicking on my AX Pro panel icon there. Go to device, and you can see the wireless zone free is added. Click on that, and again, what I can also do is you can see this little camera icon here. If I want, I can hold that next to me, click that button, and it'll upload a picture now of what it was looking at. If you want to take a reference picture and save it, for instance. There we go. So there we go. So that's the picture there, manual report test, so it's working. So let's get rid of that. Let's do the setup on this. So again, click on this little setting icon. Give it a name. And we're going to add this to my shed. So linked area. I'm going to put it to the shed only and click OK. Zone, we're going to do this as an instant zone because it's going to always be armed in the shed. So yeah, instant zone, fine. Don't need to do anything else. Don't need chime, don't need silent alarm, don't need sound or delay, don't need anything. The image resolution we're going to put to 640. Images in series, I'm going to put it to 10. So you go from 0 to 10. This is like the video clip, so it'll send 10 on activation. It'll take 10 snapshots, send it to the app, which effectively creates a 10-second video. Trigger interval every 30 seconds, so it'll do 10, stop, and then wait 30 seconds. LED, swinger limit activations, polling rate, signal strength, detection zone, find me, bypass, done. So that is now set up. So if I go here, go back to the area. Now if I arm it, so from the app I've got the arm here. So let me arm the shed.
System armed.
So the shed is now armed. You can see there it comes up with arm in shed. So you can click on the notifications and it'll tell you, and it shows you the shed is armed. Okay, so if I go back to the main thing there, click on that again, the shed is armed. Now if I walk in here, I'm just going to quickly trigger it.
Alarm.
So straight away,
Alarm.
that's enough for there. So from the app, I'm going to press this button.
Alarm silenced.
And I've silenced the alarm, but it's still armed.
Burglary alarm.
And now I'm going to press it again and disarm it.
System disarmed.
Okay, so it's now disarmed. So really simple, arm and disarming through the app. So click on this. Now, if I go out of here and back to notifications, you'll see eventually this camera will send this video clip through to the app. Okay, there we go. So it's uploaded now. So if I click on play, and apologies, I am doing this in the comfort of my son's bedroom on the floor because, like I said, I don't have anywhere else to do it. But then, there you go. So that's the 10-second video clip you get. So 10 images sent from the camera. It's only VJ quality. That's sort of it, really. It enables me to identify who was in there for sure. Click on back, and then you get all of that, within the Hike Connect. So that's pretty much that. Really straightforward. So the next thing I wanted to show you quickly is the fob again. So with this fob, What you can do is go into device, choose the fob, which is status, go in there, everything's working, yeah. So with the pendant, for instance, click on the pendant, click on that, and this is this pendant here, which you wear around your neck. Again, you can actually go into here, and then again, give it link camera, zone type panic, I've done it a panic alarm, linked area, put it to the house, so accidental press protection, so you can do double, delay or off. So on this one, I have to press that button twice. So off is like one single press, delay is press it and it delays the signaling, and then double is obviously you have to press it twice in succession. Pretty straightforward. That's really what I wanted to show you. Keypad, click on that, and with the keypad you can set up the different functions, so auto lock, buzzer, backlight, really straightforward, to be honest. So all the devices get added through the app and then programmed through the app. Device itself, so if I set the main alarm panel, so if I use this key fob, so it's on my keychain, there's two symbols, away and home, so we're going to use the away. Press it. I lied, I haven't enrolled it, that's why it doesn't work. I need to enroll that. Go to device enrollment quickly. I know this video is a long one, but it is worth it. Enrollment mode, enter enrollment mode.
Power the device on and bring it close to the hub.
Okay, my bad, because I'd added this to the system previously, you have to format it. So you have to open the lid, take the batteries out, hold the arm button, put it back in. That's why this wasn't appearing in the list, because I deleted the panel, which deletes this from the app. You have to format it to put it back in. So my bad, it was my fault because I didn't follow the procedure. But now that's formatted, so I can go click on formatted.
Press any key to enroll. Key fob.
Now the key fob's enrolled. So I can give that a name, Dave key fob, Dave. Enable key fob, button configuration. This is where you can set up the different modes on this. So you've got there's four keys on it, arm, disarm, and then 1 and 2. So button 1 can be arm and status check, or you can put clear alarm. Button 2, again, choose whatever function you want. And then you've got the combination key setting. So pressing any of these here, so arm plus that key will do audible panic alarm, clear panic alarm, silent, whatever it is. So you can set that at whatever is required. So really straightforward. Go back. So now the key fob is added down there. Go back to the home page. Now if I want, I can press this away button on there. And then it'll count down to 10 seconds. So I got 10 seconds to get out. So you can see.
System armed.
And again, you've got the away arm in, alarm come through there. And then if I set a PIR off, so if I set this off. So now it's counting down. And if I don't do anything.
Alarm.
There you go. So I've triggered a couple of zones now and it's gone into alarm. So I can get my fob.
Alarm.
Press
System disarm.
the disarm.
Zone.
So now it's,
Burglary alarm.
so it tells you what's gone on, the burglary alarm audible on there, but also to the app. And now I can clear alarm by pressing that 1 button there.
Alarm silenced.
There you go, so alarm silenced. Again, that's pretty much it for now. That's all I wanted to show you. You've got a really good, I hope, a good understanding of how this system works. And again, going into notification, so go back into the app. Notification, everything is, logged in here. So you click on burglary, and that's just from the shed what I did. And then you've got the away arming, disarming. So everything is logged in the app as well, and you get all that. So very straightforward. Hopefully that's enough for today and you can understand the power of this system. You can even create a PA by pressing this button here in the app and it creates a PA. So really straightforward. Hopefully you can understand and sort of see the power this is. This is going to evolve as more people use it and give the feedback. This will evolve quickly. They'll add more products, more functions, whatever. And it's quite a you know, flexible system, and I guess quite an exciting journey to be on. So hopefully that has done Hikvision proud, you proud, us proud. So we've ordered equipment, so hopefully it won't be too long before you get it. Any questions, please ask our sales team. Drop us a message on YouTube and we'll do our best to answer you. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can really sort of buy into this kit and see what I can do for you. So stay tuned, stay subscribed, stay safe, and wherever you are, I thank you so much for all that you do for us.